What's up, guys? How we doing? I appreciate you watching my videos the last couple days. You know, it's been kind of hard to articulate what I'm trying to say, and so we're just going to move on. I worked the 6-day week last week, and yesterday was my Friday. Just tired, burnt out, and overthinking a little bit too much. Unfortunately, I said yesterday was going to be my last political video for a long time, and still until something naturally comes up, of course. And well, that happened. This is going to be my last video on Trump for a long time, okay? And I'm going to go in on this motherfucker. So if you're a subscriber and you don't want to watch, fine. If you like to bend over for him whenever he says to do so, have fun watching this one. But I'm not going to hold back anymore. We're going to talk about the whole Epstein thing. Okay, let's start off with this tweet. So I don't have Twitter, so I had to screenshot this from someone else's video, and I will link Voidzilla's video below. He's done a very good job of breaking this all down. If you're interested, if you're not, and just want to run with everything that Donald Trump says, you do that. So the tweet reads, "What's going on with my boys, and in some cases, gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's doing a fantastic job. Just want to mention his boys are people like Vince McMahon, and his gals are people like Vince McMahon's wife. Our Secretary of Education was just named in a lawsuit for, knowingly hiring a pedophile that went on to sexually assault ring boys. That's something that happened. That's your Secretary of Education, guys. And Vince McMahon, we all know that he's just been recently named in several sexual assault lawsuits. Isn't that awesome? I mean, Trump himself has already been named in sexual assault lawsuits years ago. And now he's covering up his butt buddy that, funny enough, 6 years ago he was actively saying, I'm not friends with this guy. Disgusting. We're gonna get those files released. I told you when he released the JFK and the Martin Luther King Jr. files that he was just he released them for transparency in government. That just means there's more to hide. And I kind of had a feeling he was going to pull this shit. We're on the team MAGA, Make America Great Again. I still do not know the time in which you're referring to, and I don't like what's happening. Oh my God, Trump doesn't like what's happening. I love how he's defacing the flag in his fucking profile picture, by the way. What a patriot. The talk of the world and the selfish people. You hearing that? That's you. If you got a problem with anything Trump does, you're a selfish person. I love it when the leader of the nation openly hates half the country, all for wanting to know files about this billionaire that, committed pedophilia on thousands of victims, along with other billionaires. But you're selfish for wanting to know that information. What a great leader. I mean, when you're a kid, I would say President of the United States is probably the biggest role model that you look up to, right? What a fucking joke. This guy is the epitome of, I'm a C-average little bitch that got my way throughout my entire life, and now I'm a rich billionaire because I made friends with the right homies and we all fucked 14-year-olds together. Now we're gonna try to hide it. And we have a perfect administration. I mean, so perfect. The Secretary of Education, I just need to make a list of everybody that's been named in being basically pedos. It's awfully awesome that he endorses people like Aiden Ross that are homophobic, misogynistic, and argue about what the age of consent should be. Just like Donald Trump, right? Back in the day whenever he tag-teamed a 14-year-old with Epstein. That's a 60-page transcript you can read online. Right now, I've said that 60 times now. Fun times. The talk of the world and selfish people are trying to hurt it. And I want you to understand, Trump fans, that he's talking about you. Now, over a guy who never dies, Jeffrey Epstein. For years, it's Epstein, over and over again. Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama, crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who conned the world from Russia, hoax, 51 intelligence agents? That's right. the Epstein files were never real. It's not like it happened 6 years ago and the number of victims went from 100 to 1,000 and that more and more people were getting named. Now suddenly no names. No, this was all made up by the Obama and Clintons and the left administration. This is all made up, guys. My pedophile buddy that I was best friends with at the peak of my hormonal growth when I was in my 20s, me and him definitely did not fuck 16-year-olds together. Remember that, okay? The laptop from hell and more. Yeah, you're right, Gia. Hillary's a bitch. So are you. And more. They created the Epstein files, just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me. Well, you said it, Trump, so you must be telling the truth. God knows you would never lie to your people. It's not like all week long I've been watching fucking conservatives sit here and make videos about how pissed they are at you. Like, this is an opportunity for us to actually come together and, like, recognize what you guys elected. Just so you know. Where were we at? Oh, right. Fake. Everything other than me is fake. No wonder people call valid news fake news. Why didn't these radical left lunatics release the Epstein files? If there was anything in there that could have hurt the MAGA movement, why didn't they use it? They haven't even given up on the John F. Kennedy or Martin Luther King Jr. files. Dude, you're such a patriot for releasing those, by the way. I am so proud of you for releasing files on fucking, things that happened where half the people that are alive now weren't even born yet for, instead of files that happened 5 years ago. Great argument. You're definitely a transparent man. How's your bot wife doing, you fucking idiot? If there was anything in there that could have hurt the blah blah fucking movement, I'm awesome because I released Martin Luther King files. I stand for black people. I'm great. No matter how much success we have had securing the border, deporting criminals, fixing the economy, gas just shot up 50 cents where I'm at, and so fruit has doubled. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about there. Energy dominance, a safer world where Iran will not have nuclear weapons. That, I'll actually give you one, Trump. For once in your motherfucking life, I'll actually give you one. Good move there. Doubt you were the one to. But hey, that was actually a good thing. Good job there, Trump. If only you could, I don't know, make good things happen in the country that you're leading, then we would be good. It's never enough for some people. I want you to understand he's talking about you. He isn't talking about leftists. He's talking about you because at the end of the day, the people that are interested in these Epstein files are the right and left are right alike, right? This isn't just a left issue or a right issue like this idiot is making it out to be. This is an issue that both sides are very curious on, and rightfully so, because it has to do with pedophilia and basically all these corrupt billionaires and millionaires being involved. So he's talking to you, Trump fans. I want you to understand that this motherfucker wants you to just believe what he's saying over everything that you have been told over the last 5 years. 6 years. Sorry. 7 if you want to get technical. Almost a fucking decade. Also, yeah, the world's way safer, the country's way safer, the economy is doing so great. It's not like the cost of living is going up everywhere. We're doing fucking phenomenal over here. We are about to achieve more in 6 months than any other administration has achieved in over 100 years. Boy, that's a statement. I wish he would list those achievements. It's almost like the fucker just talks and says words and doesn't know what they mean. Okay, what did we achieve in 6 months that we haven't in 100 years? And we have so much more to do. We are saving our country and making America great again. God, I just love that slogan. When was it great? Was it in the 90s when you could still legally rape your fucking wife? Was it in the 70s when you could still lynch black people? Was it in the 50s when you literally owned your wife? Was it back in the 1800s when we had slaves? When was it great, President Trump? I've still never heard anybody give me a legit answer on that one. Just curious. Which will continue to be our complete priority. The left is imploding. Ha! Kash Patel and the FBI must be focused on investigating voter fraud, political corruption, Act Blue, the rig, the stolen election of 2020. Still harping that drum, are we? Because remember, guys, pedophilia is not nearly as big of a deal as voters fraud. Okay? You do understand, Mr. Trump, that half the people didn't even vote the last 2 elections. But okay, yeah, you lost because it was rigged. I don't know why the fuck people voted for Biden, but I don't know why the fuck people voted for you either. Unfortunately, the rest of it's kind of blocked off here. I think I've done a good job of making my point. Radical left documents on Jeffrey Epstein, blah, 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 blah. Ignore everything you've heard the last 7 years, and believe me, Jeffrey Epstein acted alone. Despite there actually being names in a lawsuit, 3 so far, and way more that we know about, and all of his connections, and there being a fucking island and thousands of victims, and 6 years of, talking about this list and how it's getting bigger and bigger. Now there's no list. Man, I don't care what side you're on, left, right, middle, fucking libertarian, fucking, I don't care, okay? This dude, he could be the best president in the United States in our history. And the fact is, well, he's a rapist. He's a misogynist. He's racist. He's an asshole. And he does not care about you. He just fucked over all of my neighbors, which are conservatives. The only people he appeals to are 13-year-old C-average kids. He is the epitome of what America isn't. America is supposed to be roll up your sleeves, the American dream. You can achieve anything with hard work. You can build your dreams here. And really what it's turning into is, well, if you're born into success, you'll be successful. If not, you're fucked. And he's making it more that way with all the shit that he's done since he's been in office. That's what he wants. He represents everything that's wrong with this country. And you guys just blindly support him, and I don't understand why. He's trying to cover up what happened. I guarantee you, this is just my opinion. What happened is he found out everybody on that list and was like, oh shit, this is half my fucking team. So we're not going to come out with it. But you're right, because we want to know the list and all the billionaires in power that are involved in this case, we're selfish. Right, left, up, down, we're selfish for wanting to know that. You're transparent. We should just trust your tweet instead of the 6 years of what we've been told. And the country is the hottest country in the world right now. You keep telling yourself that. But hey guys, remember whenever I release those JFK files, I am totally transparent. You know what would do a lot of good about transparency, Trump? Why don't you talk about your sexual assault allegations and clear the air there and talk about that? That would do a lot of good at winning over people's trust. But hey, your audience literally will quite bend over for you. They will. You could come out tomorrow and say, guess what, guys? It's legal to fuck kids. And your audience would go, oh, thank God, I don't have to hide it anymore. Do you think it's a coincidence him and all his boys and the gals just happen to be named in sexual assault lawsuits, including himself? Or are all the bitches lying, right? Because that's what people do. You know, if somebody accused me of doing one of the most heinous acts in the world, I would pay. I would pay somebody for that instead of taking them to court and suing them for defamation, because that's what innocent people do. They just pay it to get rid of it, right? This man is insulting your intelligence. I want you to know that. And he does that all the time. And I don't know what's more sad. The fact that he insults our intelligence when he's not intelligent at all, or the fact that it actually works on some of you. Let me be very clear here. This is a big deal. This is the president looking you in the eye and say, ignore what you've heard for the last 5 years. Okay? This was written by the left. They're imploding because I won't come out with, oh my God, just look at them. And just ignore everything you've been told. Ignore the fact that we're up to thousands of victims. Ignore the fact that the list was growing and growing. Ignore everything you've been told for 6 years. This was made up by the Obama administration. And Biden, this was just something made up by them. They just thought it would be a fun thing to do to make a list. The fact is most people on there are Trump's friends. So, congratulations, your I'm with the felon shirts applies in more ways than one. He's a fucking rapist. He is a misogynist, and the wife he bought, I'm sure, is really happy with him. And he is literally the epitome of what America has become. Capitalism over lives. And capitalism is fine, but he's a billionaire who's never worked a day in his life, that sat here and fucked 16-year-olds because no girl his age would actually be into him. I mean, he almost made out with his own daughter on stage. And he continues to rely on your ignorance and your blind belief in him. So why do you give it to him? Why? He's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. He hadn't helped the country. Done more in 6 months than in the last 100 years. Love how he named the achievements there. Love how I knew he was going to do this. We literally came out with a video not too long ago talking about the Martin Luther King files and JFK files. And in the comment section, we were discussing that if he's coming out with this, there must be more to hide. I would like to see the Epstein files. And then this. This isn't a coincidence, dude. This is your president. Be proud of that. Now go watch the Sneeko video and, I don't know, get into an argument with somebody as to why you should be allowed to fuck a 14-year-old as a 30-year-old man. Bye.